A tragic loss for a southern Kentucky community. Police say a child was hit and killed by a school bus. What we've learned about the investigation.
A dramatic rescue today at an eastern Kentucky construction site. How emergency crews saved a man who fell into a concrete pier.
I would rank it there with drinking and driving.
Distracted driving has become such a big problem in one central Kentucky county. The sheriff says his office will now be cracking down on it.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 11.
Good evening. Investigators in Whitley County call it a horrible accident. They say a 10-year-old boy was hit and killed by a school bus just moments after being dropped off at his home.
It happened late this afternoon on Highway 779 near the Rockholds community. Officer Don shot this video of the scene from Sky First. Tonight, we are learning more about what investigators think led to the accident. Monique Blair has our top story at 11.
Around 3:45 this afternoon, police were called out to the scene here on Highway 779. When they arrived, a 10-year-old Whitley County North student was pronounced dead at the scene. The Kentucky State Police say he was hit by his school bus in front of his house.
He was really sweet.
Whitley County Sheriff Colin Harrell says the boy cleared the bus, but somehow went into the ditch line and came back under the wheels. Carla Lambden has lived just feet away from where this accident happened and says she knew the victim, and he, along with a few other kids, got off at this bus stop every day.
He was careful. I mean that was so surprising that it was him, because it didn't sound like something that he would have done.
Sheriff Harrell says one or both of the boy's parents was outside waiting for him when he got off the bus, and they witnessed the accident.
You can live your whole life and nothing like this happens, and then all of a sudden it happens. You think it's not going to happen in this community, it's not going to happen to us, but it has.
The Kentucky State Police had crews out at the scene all day today reconstructing what could have happened, and they say the accident is still under investigation, but it appears it was quite possibly just an accident.
Obviously, it's a horrible tragedy, and we certainly, our hearts and prayers goes out to each and every person that's involved or this incident may have touched. Just a horrible tragedy here today in Whitley County.
In Whitley County, Monique Blair, WKYT.
The boy's name has not been released. Whitley County school leaders say there were about 20 other students on the bus at the time of that accident.
Tonight, we're tracking the investigation into a fire at a Lexington home that left a man badly injured. That fire started about 9 this morning on Woodbine Drive off Clays Mill Road. Investigators say the man lived at the home with his father. They say he suffered life-threatening injuries and is now at UK Hospital. The investigators say they also found a drug lab in the home. So police and hazmat units were called in. Neighbors say they're shocked by what happened.
Oh, they're nice people. We've lived here 9 years, and they've always been really nice. We all kind of keep to ourselves, you know, because lives are busy, but I feel bad for them. I really do.
At this point, investigators are not sure what caused the fire. They say because of the hazardous material inside, they had to decontaminate the firefighters, police officers, and even a dog living at the home.
A construction worker had to be rescued after falling into a concrete pier in Perry County. It happened at the site of a bridge replacement project on Old Highway 80 in the Combs community. Investigators say the job site foreman lost his footing and fell 20 to 30 feet into the partially completed pier. Rescuers lowered a basket into the pier, then rappelled down to bring him to safety. They say he's lucky to be alive.
It was kind of like in a pinball machine, except the side walls of the concrete and the rebar and the steel. He's very blessed to be alive right now. Yes, he is.
Investigators say the man was airlifted to a hospital. His name or condition have not been released.
New tonight, police arrested a Madison County couple accused of being under the influence of drugs while with their 19-month-old son. Berea police charged 47-year-old Michael LeComp and 43-year-old Amy Hagan with public intoxication and endangering the welfare of a minor. Police say they found LeComp passing in and out of consciousness in a car outside a Dollar General store. They say the child was in the back seat and Hagan was inside the store. Police say the child is now with social services.
It is going to be a week of changes in our weather. The forecast has the feel of both spring and winter. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey shows us what he is tracking. I'm not sure I want to know, Chris.
You know what? The state of Kentucky right now has a little bit of winter and a little bit of spring, Amber, already showing up, and that is a sign or a harbinger of things to come as we go through the next several days. Look at our temperature map across the Ohio Valley. That cold air we were tracking earlier this evening across parts of Indiana and Ohio slowly sinking southward into the bluegrass state. Quite the gradient from the 20s and 30s into northern Kentucky and parts of Indiana and Ohio to the upper 50s to near 60 still in the southern parts of the bluegrass state. Here's an up close and personal look at temperatures that range from 33 into northern Kentucky down to 40 right now into Lexington. Yet just a little ways down the road into Madison County, Richmond, we're checking in at 48. London says I'll do that almost 10 degrees better. Upper 50s showing up here. That's where our front is kind of snaking its way now between the Richmond and London area, and it is slowly working to the south, but it's putting the brakes on in the short term. Live First Alert Defender says nothing really out there. Had a little band of some rain and even a touch of sleet falling into northern Kentucky earlier. Those clouds continue to filter in from northwest to southeast, and I'm tracking a little round of showers into parts of the KC area that may return into parts of Kentucky as we go into Tuesday. So your weather headlines, big temperature swings ahead as we track a strong cold front that may even bring a little taste of winter. Guys, the new hour-by-hour forecast actually shows a little touch of winter sooner rather than later. I'll return with that in just a few minutes.
All right, Chris, thanks so much. The Franklin County Sheriff says, consider this your warning. His office is looking out for distracted drivers.
The sheriff says distracted driving has become a big problem in Franklin County, so now he and his deputies are cracking down and handing out fines. Sam Smith has the story new at 11.
Drivers in Franklin County have noticed the dangers of driving while distracted.
I would rank it there with drinking and driving.
I certainly notice people on their phones, texting, swerving, going too slow.
The sheriff's office has noticed it too. For the entire month of April, deputies will be in unmarked cars, working in teams to find distracted drivers.
Looking for people that are driving and texting, that are reading emails, that are reading the newspaper, putting on makeup, all those things that people do when you're going down the road.
This initiative is possible because of a grant. Those funds will go towards overtime pay.
We're seeing an increase in crashes, especially among our younger people that are texting and driving. And, you know, we have some very unforgiving roads. A lot of our crashes involving teens, they'll drop off the road shoulder, overcorrect, and wind up getting hurt or hurting somebody else.
Deputies will patrol the entire county looking for violators and handing out fines that reach $160.
I just think people need to not be so foolish and take into consideration that, you know, it's really not worth it.
In Franklin County, Sam Smith, WKYT.
The sheriff says drivers are encouraged to report anyone they see driving dangerously.
A man and his grandchildren had to fight off a stranger they say attacked and threatened them. Robert Redmond says he was outside his Frankfort home with his grandchildren over the weekend when a stranger approached them. Redmond says the stranger said God wanted him to have one of the children. And then Redmond says the stranger attacked him. As his grandchildren started kicking the stranger, Redmond says he broke free, grabbed a gun from his truck, and shot the man in the leg. And the kids say they gave him a chance to practice their karate lessons.
I was the only line of protection for my wife and my grandkids. And he was not going to get past me.
We have to practice a lot. And that guy was the perfect target.
Sounds like it. Police say the man shot had non-life-threatening injuries. They say so far no one has been charged with a crime, but the Commonwealth's attorney will investigate.
The school day will soon be a little longer for Fayette County Public School students. Tonight, the Fayette County School Board of Education approving extending the school day by 30 minutes. That begins April 20th. And that will continue through May 29th, the last day of school. School leaders say they're extending days to make up time missed because of all the snow. Fayette County schools had 7 snow days this winter. School leaders also set high school graduation dates and times, and tonight we have that information on WKYT.com. Time is quickly running out in this year's legislative session, but Kentucky lawmakers still have not made decisions on some key bills. Governor Beshear wants them to stabilize the state's declining gas tax to keep the state's road fund from losing so much money. And today, high school students rallied for a bill that would put a student on committees selecting a superintendent. Also, the House and Senate are still trying to reach a compromise on a bill to fight heroin. The sticking point is the Good Samaritan clause that would give immunity for users who try to help overdose victims.
It's a more expanded provision in our bill. In fact, it's what 25 of 27 states now have, and more states. West Virginia passed it just 3 days ago.
The session in Frankfort is scheduled to end at midnight tomorrow, but the calendar could be pushed back to Friday to give lawmakers more time to pass a heroin bill.
A former NFL star will be heading to a federal prison. He's agreed to plea deals in rape cases in 4 different states.
Today, Darren Sharper pled no contest to drugging and raping 2 women in Los Angeles. This came hours after an Arizona judge sentenced him to 9 years for sexually assaulting 1 woman and trying to attack another. Sharper faces similar charges in Las Vegas and New Orleans. Police say the attacks took place after Sharper retired from the NFL in 2011. He played for the Packers, Vikings, and Saints.
A man accused of shooting a 9-year-old boy in Lexington says he's not guilty. Alberto Contreras was arraigned on an assault charge today. Earlier this month, police say he shot at a car with a boy inside. Police say he had parked his car near a dumpster where the victim's mother worked. She asked Contreras to leave, but police say he later followed the woman and her family and fired the shot. Family friends say the boy is still in critical condition at the hospital.
A dog is recovering from injuries that investigators think may be the result of dog fighting. Garrett County Animal Shelter workers say a couple found the dog along Highway 52 Saturday night and brought him to the shelter. They say a veterinarian told them the dog's injuries were not caused by an accident.
She said that they were from another dog, dog fighting. You know, she's got him on medicine. She said they wasn't too deep.
The animal shelter has named the dog Warrior because of what he's been through. Workers say they've been contacted by someone claiming to be his owner who said that he got loose and was attacked before he was found. Animal Control is investigating the dog fighting claims.
If you drive south of Lexington on Interstate 75, this could slow you down in the coming months. Today, state transportation workers began a resurfacing project on a stretch of I-75 in Madison County. They'll be working between the Clays Ferry Bridge and mile marker 83 south of Richmond. Right now, they're focusing on the southbound lanes. The left southbound lane will be closed until further notice. The project will continue into the summer months.
Heading to Cleveland to watch the Cats in the NCAA tournament. Be prepared to pay a lot of money. Unless you're a UK student, many of them camped out this morning for a chance at buying tickets for Thursday night's game against West Virginia. And those who bought tickets in the student lottery paid $200 a seat. On the NCAA's ticket exchange website, seats for Thursday's game were selling between $237 and $1,600 a seat.